I just wanna let you in. Let's take.
Hello ladies and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome. Hello, my name is Samantha and it is great to have you. I upload new videos every single Sunday. So if you are not yet subscribed, hit that button down below and join us here on my channel. So as you can tell by the title of this video, today we are talking earlobe reconstruction. Whether or not you've seen what my ears used to look like, I am now at the point in my life where having stretched ears is no longer something that appeals to me. So previously, to give you a little bit of a backstory, my ears were stretched to 2 inches. They were large, they were very bold. So 5 years ago, I took them out. I have not put anything in my ears since that point. I've just been letting them heal in hopes that they would shrink a little bit. However, once you've stretched your ears to that extent, it is actually impossible to return them to normal without surgery. So, as I'd mentioned in my previous videos, I recently turned 25 and I thought that this would be the perfect time to make this major change in my life because I've had my ears stretched for 10 plus years, so it is high time to get those sorted out and start maturing my appearance. So last week I took a trip to New York, which is where my boyfriend lives, for those of you who do not know that, and we saw Dr. Cap Lassane. So he was the one who performed my surgery. I still have stitches in my ears. I will be having those in for another 6 or 7 days. When I go back to New York next, I'll be having them removed with the same doctor, and at that point in time, I'll be able to give you a view of the final shape, look, and scarring of my earlobes. So I will absolutely be updating you all once my stitches are out. However, for the time being, I thought I would just do a quick little sit-down video and give you a bit of information and hopefully answer some of the questions you may have if you're considering a procedure such as this. One of the first questions you may be asking is, what should I expect to pay for an earlobe reconstruction? Now, I had my procedure done in New York, and New York, being New York, probably has different standards and pricing from other states and other countries. So the information I give will strictly be in relation to New York. However, you can probably find general quotes online if you're curious and living outside of New York. So in New York, the price ranges were abysmal. Some doctors were willing to do one ear for $500, one ear for $250. Not bad. Some doctors were saying $2,000 for them both. Others were saying $7,000 for both ears, which is like the going price of a nose job in New York, so that makes no sense. So on that note, I would absolutely say if this is a procedure you're considering, you should definitely be shopping around and getting as many quotes as possible. Just be aware that some doctors do substantially inflate the cost, and that is completely unnecessary, so do your research. We were luckily able to find a very reputable doctor who did, in my opinion, a great job with great bedside manner, and he charged $950 US for both ears, and that is including local anesthesia. The second question I imagine you are asking me right now is, was it painful? How much pain are you in now? What's the pain threshold? So I would say that the only pain or discomfort I felt during the whole process was when I was injected with Novocaine to freeze the area. It hurt, was not a great experience. However, it was in and out. It wasn't the prolonged pain, it was just very sharp, and it was not enjoyable. However, once the Novocaine kicked in, I did not feel a single thing. He was cutting, he was sewing, he was pulling, he was pushing, and I did not feel any of it. So that was good. I was administered long-acting Novocaine, so I'm not sure how long the average Novocaine lasts, but what I was given would last a bit longer than the typical. I was essentially back to normal immediately after my surgery. I went for an eyelash fill, I went out for lunch, I had a grand old day. I wasn't feeling anything till about 6 hours after my procedure. At that point, I did begin taking my Tylenol 3 with codeine in order to maintain my pain. I took 2 the first night because I wanted to make sure that I would not disrupt my sleep. However, honestly, having both of them done at the same time, I did not notice much of a difference in the quality of my sleep. So my pain after the first 24 hours was definitely manageable. I would say it was more discomfort and warmth than actual pain. However, like I said, I had my T3s, so I made use of those. I did, however, skip the gym for about 3 or 4 days after my procedure, simply because I didn't want to risk getting any bacteria in my ears and I did not want an infection. But on the note of infections and bacteria, I was prescribed antibiotics for 6 days. I'm now done that course of antibiotics, but it's basically just to make sure that no issues arise during healing, and no issues have arisen during healing, so they have done their job. As for the actual surgery, I would say all in all, including paperwork and numbing, I was there for maybe 75 minutes. It was rather quick, rather easy. All I had to do really was get my ears injected with Novocaine and lay down on a table while they started to numb. And then once they were numb, the doctor did his thing. I flipped over, he did the other side, and then that was it. I was out and ready to live my life without holes in my ears. So I was very happy with the speed of the service. My doctor was very friendly. So I would highly suggest him, and I am also considering going back to him for other surgeries in the future. We will see. I will keep you all posted on that. But for now, I think that's all I have to say about my earlobe reconstruction. But if you have any other questions I did not address, feel free to leave those in the comments down below and I'll absolutely get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.